Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good day. This is episode 2 of our Fishing 101 for Beginners. I'm aiming this at the kids. A lot of kids don't know how to fish. A lot of kids don't have somebody to teach them. I'm hoping what I show you will at least help you get to the rivers, get some exercise and outside like I said before. We're going to learn 2 knots today to tie your hooks and lures. It's a polymer knot and a loop knot. The polymer knot is a fairly easy and strong knot to use. I've used this one since I was a kid, probably because it was so easy, but this knot is simple enough and it's strong. The second knot's a loop knot. The loop knot is a little pinch more difficult to nail right away as a kid, but you'll get it. You guys are smart. This one basically is a loop to your eye loop on your hook, so it leaves less tension when you have that big fish. Your line's probably less likely to snap, especially at the hook, at the knot. So you definitely want to use that one at the lake. That's where I use it. I use a loop knot at the lakes, bigger fish. I use my polymer knot in the rivers because I fish there more than anywhere else. But you pick the one that you like. Do them both. Practice, practice, practice. Don't get to the river and try to practice because you might ruin your fishing moment at that point. Practice at home so you know what you're doing at the body of water. The first one we're going to learn is a polymer knot. It's a very simple, strong knot like I said. And we're going to dive right into that, so check it out. For demonstration purposes, we're going to use yarn instead of fishing string. And I also have this snagging hook with the big eye loop there, so you can see what we're doing with that. So with that said, the first one we're going to do is called a polymer knot. It's a simple and strong knot. You're going to double your line over, forming a loop, like Marcus just did. Now you're going to take the loop through the eye of your hook, like such. You're going to pull that. Now you're going to do a simple overhand knot with your line, and you're going to put that right through. And now you're going to take your snagging hook and you're going to put it right through that loop, and then you're going to slowly pull that up, making sure that it doesn't knot up. Sometimes you got to wet that in order for the knot to go on smooth. And bang, right there. That is your polymer knot. It's a very strong, simple knot. Like I said, when you're doing that pull, sometimes you want to wet it just to make it slide into the knot a lot easier. This second knot is called a loop knot. Now this one, you're going to do a simple overhand knot, not tight. We'll show it to you right there, okay? Now you're going to feed the loose end over here through the eye of your hook, and feed that loose end through this loop you just made on the overhand knot. Now while pinching those 2 ends there, you're going to go around 2 times. You're going to wrap it around your line. 1, 2. Now you're going to feed that end through the loop you have there. And like I said, you want to wet this because it makes your knot go a lot smoother when the line's wet. It's a lot harder with a string, a rope, or yarn. When you're using fishing line though, it's a really good knot. Now there you go. Now that loop at the end there allows your eye hook to move. You see that? It moves up and down. That allows you for big fish when they're pulling, they're tugging on your line. A lot of times it snaps at the hook. This one allows a little bit of leeway just for that. This is a pretty good knot if you can tie this knot. Now you guys know my 2 favorite knots. Those are my 2 favorite knots that I use when I go fishing. They're the only 2 knots that I use. Polymer knot, loop knot. Practice those a lot, kids. Practice a lot before you go to the body of water. You don't want to get there and be unprepared and not know how to tie knots. With that said, Episode 3 is going to dive more into being prepared for when you go fishing. We're going to pack our tackle box, make sure we have the right lures for the body we're using of water, of course, and we're going to make sure we have everything, sinkers, worms, whatever we need. I'm going to show you how to pack everything, not only just your lures and whatnot, but your clothing. You want to be prepared for the mountains at all times, so Episode 3 will consist of that. I hope that Episode 2 was informative. I know it wasn't as long as the first one, but they'll get better. We're going to go into fishing. I can't wait till we're by the river fishing together. So with that said, Episode 3 will be next Thursday. Be sure and like us, subscribe to us, follow us, the whole 9. Taos Youth and Family Center. A lot of us have made videos, different videos, just to try to give you guys some insight into different things. So check out everybody's videos, including mine. Thank you guys. See you next week.